Hey Grok, can you take me to the closest Best Buy?
Sure. Navigating to the closest Best Buy at 12905 Elm Creek Boulevard North
Thank
in
you.
Maple Grove.
Self-driving on this car it's gotten so good. It really has. The HW4 is just, it's a marvel. The way that it makes decisions now, the way that it is able to compute, like the other day, for instance, I was going down a one-way, there was a car coming, it analyzed what the other car was doing, it decided to go, it made all the right decisions. Honestly, it was amazing. It really was. So this is typically a harder section right here. So I'm gonna see what it decides to do. Right now, I have it in hurry mode. There's currently, you should be able to see here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modes, right? Mad Max is the craziest one. I keep it in hurry. It does get a little crazy sometimes in hurry. I have seen it, not gonna lie, I have seen it literally probably go about 15 miles over the speed limit. That's like at the normal for that one on the highway. I like it. It gets me there on time, but if you're looking to not get pulled over, maybe don't get too crazy. If you think there's gonna be cops around, you don't want to get, and you want to be a little bit safer with it, the one below it, and I'll show you this one right here that says standard, is probably going to be the best one there. At this destination, it's going to be a parking lot, so I'm going to switch this to parking lot, so it'll park in the lot for me. I just had it to parking garage because, that's for my house. It won't actually pull in to my house. It'll just go into the driveway right now. I have heard about people tricking the Teslas, putting some tape on the ground to kind of make it look like a lane where it'll pull in. I haven't attempted that. I'm actually curious to see what that would look like and how that would work. Maybe I'll have to try it out next time. This, with the new update for self-driving, and I'll show you guys here. So full self-driving, I'm on 14.2.24. I just had an update, I think yesterday on it. Or the 7th, so whatever that is, not that long ago. But nonetheless, with this one that's out right now, it's insane. Like you don't have to touch the wheel anymore, right? On the other one, a HW3, on my Y, it used to nag me all the time, constantly. As soon as I looked away on that one, literally, I'd be changing a song, it would be barking at me, right? This one, I haven't touched the wheel at all. You don't have to touch the wheel at all. The whole entire time it'll go because it has the HW4. And on top of that, you can look away. You can use your phone. I know Elon said it before that he got approval, or they're allowing you to essentially use your phone now. And just make sure that you're being a little bit attentive. Like, it does nag you. If you're looking away for 15, maybe 30 seconds, it'll nag you. If you're doing it a lot and not really looking over, it'll nag you, but it's literally as easy as looking up and it resets. I actually haven't got any strikes on this car yet. My Y performance can't tell you how many strikes I had. I mean, I'm telling you, I'll be changing a song and it would be barking at me. Insane. But yeah, my Y Performance used to do it, bark at me all the time. This one, I have not had one issue. I haven't had one strike. It's awesome. And to be honest, I don't know what you guys do, but if you have, you know, a time where you're having an issue with, for some reason you're doing something, getting distracted, you know, obviously pay attention to the road. That's the main thing. But if it's bugged you quite a few times, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something, maybe even more, maybe like 7 or something like that. Like in this in particular with HW4 and you know, and an X or whatever it may be, just turn it off, right? Turn off the full self-driving, finish the job or finish the drive manually. That way you don't have to risk yourself getting the strike. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I don't know if it'll officially reset everything when the car comes off to the next time. I'm pretty sure it does. You know, like let's say you get nagged a bunch of times, turn it off, turn it back on. It's you know, it's not going to be like the first time you get nagged again. It's gonna, you know, give you a strike. But I'm not exactly sure how they worked it out. But what I've always done historically is I've just put it back into regular mode, finish the drive, or if you want to just even go and turn the car off, turn it back on, right? That should reset it and you should be fine. Yeah, we can ask Rock about that one later. But so the Best Buy is pretty close to my place here. It's about, what did it say? It was like 10 minutes or something, even with traffic here. But the longest I've done so far, and again, I've only had this car for about 2 weeks or so. I should just look at the official date and stop guesstimating. I'm horrible at that kind of stuff. But the longest that I've done is about 55 minutes from here. I did, for all my Minnesota people, I did Plymouth to Burnsville with traffic, and I did not have to take over at one time. It was amazing. I had zero interventions on that. And it was awesome. It really was. It truly was. And it navigated some really weird stuff because it was out in the country on the tail end of Burnsville in Minnesota here, so a lot of like farms and stuff. But it navigated it really well. It navigated some like weird driveways. Extremely impressed so far. I really am. And you don't really notice how crazy it is and how well it works until you actually do it yourself, right? And when you do it in person, you see it in person, you see it driving you. For me, the thing that was kind of like a, oh my God, like this is insane kind of moment was when it backed up into a parking spot when I was going to get some Mediterranean food the other day. That's when I was like, okay, this is crazy. Like this is it, right? Like they're doing it. Like they did it. They're doing it. Yeah, I think they're getting pretty dang close to having the cyber cabs out there. I know I just read that they don't have like the chaperone vehicles or whatever anymore, which is really cool. So I would assume if they're doing that and the cars are out on their own, they're more than likely probably gonna be they're trusting this hardware version pretty well, right? Because obviously there's a lot of liability with that. So to know that I'm able to have that in this is amazing. So we're getting pretty close here. I love how it takes kind of like the back route sometimes. I don't know if you've noticed that, but it takes kind of weird routes sometimes. But they're always kind of cool, in my opinion. They're pretty neat routes. And this way to get into this place is kind of weird. There's really only one way in, and I usually take this way too. But there's other circumstances that I've seen where it's a little funky. So we're coming up to a 4-way stop sign. Let's see how it manages this. Usually does a pretty good job, but yeah, see, there you go. It knew that it was its turn, and it kind of went and did its own thing. Pretty sweet. This is a really weird lot here, as there's only, again, one way in, one way out. So as you can see here, it's navigating it pretty well. So let's see. So this actually is the parking lot right up here at NAF where I was getting some food. Okay, well, it looks like it just saw that car pulling out. It's gonna wait for it there. So pretty cool. And I'm kind of hoping it backs up into the spot here. I really want you guys to see it. There we go. Very nice. So Best Buy is straight ahead. I don't know if you can see that. And again, I haven't had to intervene one time here. It's straight ahead. I would have parked to the left over there. But it is what it is. It might, hopefully it doesn't try to take this spot because there's snow blocking it. It might take this, it's gonna try to back up into this snowy spot. This might be a little weird. We might see a circumstance where this might be a little weird. Yeah, I had to intervene on that there. So I don't know if you could see it. Super weird, but there's a bunch of snow. Like, I mean, this is Minnesota. Look at it. Right? It's a huge mound of snow. Could I park here? Probably yes, but my back end is already kind of fishtailing up. So I'm gonna actually manually bring this to the other side. But as you can see, it pulled into that spot really well, right? That did a really damn good job. And again, I'm really impressed